Yo, what up, everybody? It's Peace-I. I got another great deck profile for you. I went to Gaming Goat in Tinley, and I took first place at the box tournament.
Congratulations, Patrick. What did you play?
I played Danger Orcust with the Trickstar engine. I'll get into some of the other tweaks I did to the deck, but I did copy a deck profile from the internets. Except I took out the Mystic Mine and stuff, but you'll see that later. But the prizing was pretty good. There was about 35 or 36 participants, so first place ended up getting 50 packs. So I'll have this up in a separate video opening for you guys.
That's insane, dude. Can we get to the deck profile?
Absolutely. All right, so I'll start with the main deck first. I do run the Trickstar engine, so here's the Candina, and then the Corobane. You only need 1 and 1 because they're searchable. I ran Dark Grepher. I opted not for Armageddon Knight because I don't want to have an extender. With Dark Grepher, if I discard any of the good dangers, which I'm running all of the good dangers now, it's automatic full combo if it doesn't get Veilered. Then next is the Orcust engine. I've got the 2 Nightmare, the 3 Harp Horror, and the 1 Symbol Skeleton along with the World Wand. This is absolutely standard now. Everyone plays this, and I do agree with it that it is correct, so I also play it. All right, so next for the Danger engine, I'm running 3 of the Good Boy, 3 of the other Good Boy, and then 3 of the final Good Boy, and then a Chupacabra. Shoutouts to Jake for lending me the 1 Tsuchinoko and the 3 Nessies, and the Trickstar engine, honestly. But a last-minute decision was Chupacabra. I just wanted another level 4, and then something else to summon off of Jackalope or search off of Nessie if I was running low on the other engine pieces. Finally, for the monsters is the PK engine. I've got 2 boots and 1 cloak. I'm heavier on the Phantom Knights because you'll see there's something in my extra deck that I really like to abuse. Next is spells. I run the 2 light stages to start my full combo. The 2 terraforming to search that, or Babble. If I already have full combo, I'll use the terraforming for Babble. The theory for the other guy was he'll search Mystic Mine, but I just found that this deck is too fast. I mean, Mystic Mine will slow you down in the end. I run the 1 Babble. I used to also run the Return, but I cut it because I wanted to be like everybody else. Then for the power spells, I've got Rhoda, which searches my Grepher or one of the PKs. I've got triple instant fusion. You'll see the targets in the extra deck. I was really tight on space. I had to cut some things I really like to play. Next, Called by the Grave for hand traps. I misplayed really hard round 5. I had the Called by the Grave, and he Lancet, and I was like, okay. And I summoned my my Orcust Nightmare from deck, and I realized that, oh wow, I'm going to lose. I mained 3 Twin. I mean, this is obviously for Mystic Mine and stuff, but you'll see later on that I've got other back row hate in the main deck. The 1 Brigadine, Time Thief Redoer is broken and insane, so I run that. And then here's a super heavy PK lineup. I got triple Fogblade in there. Finally, for the traps, I've got the 1 Orcust Crescendo, and then 2 main decked red Reboot. Going against Danger Thunder in my final round, I opened up 1 Reboot and 2 Twin Twisters. And yeah, they don't play any spells or traps, so I lost that so bad. But yeah, that's the main deck. There was a lot of True Draco and Salad running around, so I was like, I'm going to need red Reboot in the main deck. And also, it protects you against impermanence. It's like a Called by the Grave for impermanence. And you can just use the rest of your combo to actually just pop their back row before you even go on to passing to their turn. Next up, I'll go to the extra deck. Shoutouts to the Phantom Skyblaster I used to play, which I cut, so I don't even need these tokens, so I don't know why they're here.
Hey, you won. Why are you complaining?
I guess so. So I've got the Nightmare package, Mermaid, Cerberus, and Phoenix, and then people never include this in their Nightmare package, but I've got the Unicorn as well. You can turn this into Mermaid, guys. Come on. Like, it's amazing. It's phenomenal. People cut this. I don't know why. Like, I definitely reserve a spot for this. Funny thing, I only had 1 Galatea moving into the tournament, but out of my OTS pack, I pulled the second Ulti Galatea. So, broken. People, like, swear by 3, but if you manage your resources, you shouldn't need 3. I've I mean, of course, sometimes I do need 3, but I would rather play the utility cards that I have in my deck than play 3. Then I've got the Longirsu, the Rusty, and the Boral Sword. I had to cut Boral Load, unfortunately. I really missed that. I also cut the second Mermaid. You'll see the 2 instant fusion targets, but you just have to make do, honestly. But there are so many times where that double Mermaid comes in clutch, but unfortunately I just didn't have the room to play it. For the XYZ monsters, I've got Double Dingirsu. This card's amazing. You cannot play less than 2 unless you're playing a super small engine. I play the full engine, so 2 is amazing. Time Thief Redoer. This card's amazing. I don't even have to talk about it, honestly. Finally, for the XYZ monsters, I've got Break Sword. This card is so amazing. Every single time I summoned this during the tournament, which was at least 4 times, because you always have extra level 3s. Everyone was like, what is going on? And the cool thing about it is when you set Crescendo off of Galatea, you don't have the Dingirsu pop during your opponent's turn. But once they get rid of one of your Fog Blades, you can banish your Fog Blade to special summon Break Sword to Rusty's zone and still get a pop during their turn. So it's phenomenal. During the combo, you have Galatea and Symbol Skeleton on the field before you go into Rusty. If you have another level 3 danger, just quickly overlay for Break Sword before you go on to that next play and link into Rusty, and it's free. It's so free. So yeah, there's a little tidbit for you guys. Finally, instant fusion targets. Thousand Eyes Restrict. It's amazing. It sucks up monsters. It baits out a negate guaranteed. And then Winda. This basically, you can protect it with Dingirsu if you have a certain hand, and it will prevent your opponent from special summoning more than once per turn.
Did that come up at all during the tournament?
It absolutely did not, but you'll see in my side deck that I run Shadal Fusion, and it got negated. So, like, literally, none of that ever came up. But it was nice to have as an option. I mean, if I didn't have that as an option, then it wouldn't have been negated, so something else would have been negated. I don't know. Finally, side deck. I've got the Triple Lancia. I didn't resolve this once during the tournament, but it was resolved on me 4 separate times during the tournament. The thing is, if you don't kill me the next turn, Orcust is fine. This is a good card, nonetheless. Like, it can really slow your opponent's combos down. Obviously, it slows my deck down as well, but you kind of need to play this in this current format. I don't know what will happen after the ban list, but this did just get the secret reprint, so let's hope I open some of those. Next, I've got Triple Electric Virus. Ooh. People are running around with Crystal Wing, but I mean, even then, it still baits a negate. The idea is to either steal your opponent's Galatea, or steal your opponent's Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, or steal their Shizuku, and then link off with it, or do whatever, or negate their stuff with it. It's up to you. But this is not something that can be negated by Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. You can only negate it with Called by the Grave or some other type of blanket monster negation like Crystal Wing. So those were amazing. And then I don't play Ash in the main deck or in the side deck because I don't think Ash is as impactful as these options that I'm playing. And then for my final hand trap that I play is the Triple Droll and Lockbird. Triff Gaming says that this is for like poor people and stuff, but I disagree. Droll and Lockbird stops literally everything. Like, even against Orcust, it'll make sure that you only have to deal with 1 Fog Blade if they open a certain way, but sometimes it can completely shut their turn off, like, altogether. Finally, I've got my Shadal package. The idea for this was basically like having another 3 back row removal in the main going second against like Salad, which unfortunately I didn't get to play and utilize. But you basically summon your Winda and use your normal summon to basically link off and do other things. But once you dump your Shadal Dragon, this will pop one of the back row, baiting one of it, and the other monster you send can be a Harp Horror or another Orcust monster to facilitate your combos without even having to go into Mermaid. Finally, for the Striker and Mystic Mine matchup, I did have the 1 Black Garden. It did not come up. I didn't face Striker or any decks with Mystic Mine, so it was there if I needed it. And finally, the 3rd Red Reboot in case I did go up against Salad or True Draco. So yeah, that's the main deck, side deck, and extra deck. I'll quickly go over my matches. So first up, it was Odd Eyes Pendulum. It was really scary. So I won the die roll, and I went first, and I opened double Nightmare, Orcust Nightmare. it was really bad. So I jackaloped, and it hit like something else, and I still had the 2 in my hand. I managed to get to a Cerberus, but I couldn't go into Mermaid because I had no more targets in my deck, so I just kind of passed. I ended up losing that one. He's playing Guard Dragons as well. So game 2, I just bodied him with Orcust things. I didn't brick. And then game 3, he went first, and I just ate his board because Orcust is just too powerful, honestly. Second round was True Draco. The guy bricked both games, and I just destroyed him. It was kind of sad.
Hey, we take those, all right?
We take those. We take those. Next up was Orcust. This is where the tournament started getting really good because I'm going up against X2 XO people that are like in round 3, 4, and 5. This guy was Orcust. He was really good. I didn't know what he was playing. He was like playing a lot of hand traps. Like he Veilered my Mermaid, and I was like, what is he playing? So I think I ended up siding for Salad because he ended up scooping to my board after I played through it. But I ended up 2-0ing him anyway. I drew the Lancia. Oh wait, so I did resolve Lancia once. Sorry. All right, next up was Danger Chaos Crusadia. It didn't have any Thunder Dragons. I've seen lists like that on the internet, so I was kind of familiar with what they do. Basically, the same thing stopped them, and they end on the same board as Danger Thunder Dragon without ripping all the cards from your hand with Diablos and putting a Colossus so you can still search if it doesn't get negated. So I did side in the way I would normally with the triple Droll, triple Lancia, and triple Electric Virus, and I mean I just bodied the kid. So finally, Danger Thunder Dragon was the other undefeated in round 5. And we actually took it to game 3. I had basically nothing game 2, and I was going to lose because I lost game 1. Like I said earlier, I had the red reboot and the double Twin Twisters in my opening hand going second. He ripped a Twin Twisters back in my deck, so I was like, cool. And then I drew some other worthless card for turn, and I just ended up trying to play through it for some reason and revealing my deck. That was silly. I should have just scooped right away before he took his 9-minute combo. But anyway, we ended up going into game 2, and I had Rusty on board with an Orcust Nightmare, and we had like 12 minutes left, and he ends up just scooping, thinking that I have a play, but I had nothing, so I got a second chance, and it paid off because in the grind, the duel was insane. Lots of misplays on both of our parts. He's a great player, but what ended up finishing him off was he had a regular Thunder Dragon on his field with the Skull Dread, and I had like I think Rusty or something like that, something smaller than that. And for turn, I had 2 Electric Viruses in my hand, so I stole his Saryuja, and we were about 1 minute left in time, so he just ended up giving it to me once I activated the Electric Virus to steal his Saryuja. So that was my tournament report.
Congratulations, Patrick.
Thank you very much. Shout out to Team Bad Cards. Thank you very much, everyone, for helping me train and practice, especially in Jake's basement and at Gamers World, our locals. And thanks again, Jake, for letting me borrow the Nessies and the Trickstar engine. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.